on my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They tried to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she... Mother Nature's my first shorty. Watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out. Now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. But I done spoke too much. Close curtain and scene. I am not a human being. I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou. I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession. And
that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. continuity, rhythm, carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Chamberlain, flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 33 yards that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, It won't be easy.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Butker's kick here is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, in an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got a man, complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Chamberlain. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw, Chamberlain. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And now, well, boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. On 1st and 10, Chamberlain eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Yellow.
Going to be caught here left side, Moore. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for KC. 49 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. 43. They go play action. Now Mahomes. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Continued struggles here in the second quarter, and to me, you can pin a lot of them on an inability to convert third downs. Add that most recent incompletion to the list of examples.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. On the move past the 40. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Off play action. Chamberlain. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now here's Mahomes. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But it's caught. Tompkins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before break. Chamberlain. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing on first down. Chamberlain. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Slot man moves right. Off the play fake. Chamberlain. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Moore, the man in motion. Back to throw again. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Second and goal from the 1.
Ball again. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll look to run with Hall.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. That gets the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Got his man complete. Moore.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Chamberlain. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Chamberlain. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And now here's another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen them this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Lands it in the pocket, trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And
he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, it looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt. You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
And my goodness, another interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
That grounding call could very well doom this drive. We'll see. They'll try again here, 3rd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Chamberlain. Caught by Wilson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. Operating from the gun, Chamberlain. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Off play action. Chamberlain. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw. Chamberlain going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation. Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
I know you pissed off, bro.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his.
He's got a man, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A big play there for KC. 56 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Mahomes to throw. And that'll be off
the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll try and run for it. Oh, look at this play call. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. In motion left is Wilson. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Chiefs, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road date next week, as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss drops them back to